today's episode, what is a hero's welcome?
And did somebody say peanut butter?
Hello, you're listening to A Hero's Welcome, your source for everything in the world of Overwatch. My name is Wes, and with me, resident only watcher Andrew. How are you, Andrew?
I'm doing great. Finally got a chance to play the game, but it's back to the resident only watcher I go.
Right, so we just finished with the stress test weekend. A lot of players in the game for the very first time.
Yeah, a lot of new players getting in for the first time, like myself. It's a little chaotic here and there, but I had a lot of fun with the game. It was a lot of fun.
It definitely was a lot of fun. So real quick, I want listeners to know that this episode, what we're calling episode 0, is a quick introduction to A Hero's Welcome, who we are, what we're doing, what we're trying to accomplish. And you can expect episode 1 right around the corner and new shows every single week.
And we're going to cover a little bit of everything, but we really want to stick to the things that are important, the things that you want to know about Overwatch, the little things that you can pick up and take to the game and really help make you a better player, things that may not be right on the surface of the game, things that some players may not know right off the cuff. One of the things that we're really interested to talk about, something that we're going to delve into deeper in another episode, is the esports and the tournament scene itself.
Right, so we see players coming from all sorts of backgrounds, all different genres. It really is amazing the appeal this game has.
I think it's a matter of we're just seeing Blizzard doing what they do best, really bringing in influences from other games and other genres that have not really been brought to the FPS genre before.
Right, so last time I checked, there's over 100 rosters. You have big name organizations already playing the game. So my question to you is, are these teams, are they in it for the long haul, or are they just hoping, playing the lottery, that Overwatch just might take off?
I don't really think they're gambling. I think it's a pretty safe bet. We're already seeing, before the game's even been released, we're seeing a big push in the esports direction, and it's really a game that just kind of fits very well into that scene. So I don't really think it's a big gamble. It's pretty safe bet either way, I think.
Right, so in addition to esports, we're going to be covering news.
And we're going to cover all the news, all the important stuff, anything out of Blizzard HQ. We're not really going to spend too much time with the simple back and forth stuff. Hopefully we won't get too convoluted with that kind of thing. We really want to bring to you what you need to know, what's important, what you might have missed, or what you really need to know in the game. Certain things that we've seen already just in the beta being added, certain things like ranked play, progression being added to the game, things like that.
Right, so one thing that I found extremely interesting being a beta tester is the amount of feedback that Blizzard is receiving, right? So we get such transparency from Blizzard, letting us know what they like about the game, the direction they're taking it, and actually seeing the feedback in them, actually adding it to the game. So example for this would be like the reticle.
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing a lot of feedback from the players, and we're seeing a lot of changes being made on Blizzard's side as a result of that feedback. What you were talking about definitely is a great example of it. Any longtime FPS player is going to know that is a great change to the game. It's really going to be for the better of the game in the long run, for sure.
Right, so if you've been out of the loop for a while, they have ranked play, they have a bunch of new skins, new maps, even balance changes to maps to heroes, ultimate changes, bunch of changes.
There's a bunch of changes been made to the game. There's even other play modes. There's been training modes, stuff like that has been updated and changed throughout the time from early beta to now. And we're really seeing a lot of changes being made early on, and I think it's really great for the game in the long run. We're seeing a lot of things being added that are really going to bring the game out and flesh it out as a whole.
Right, so in addition to esports and news, you could expect strategy, right?
We're going to be covering a lot of strategy, and this is one of the things that both of us are really, really excited to talk about. And so we're going to really delve deep into strategy and talk about the nitty-gritty of it, not just the simple things about each character and their left click and the right click, that sort of thing. Most players, I'm assuming, are already going to know that kind of thing coming into it, but we really want to get into the little tips and tricks, the things that you may not know right off the top of your head. Things like, the meta, the compositions of the characters, different things for the different maps, things like that.
Right, so a pro tip for today's little episode: when you get into Overwatch for the first time, understand that it is very team dependent and team oriented. So composition matters. You don't want to have a bunch of squishy assassins you're not gonna get very far with the payload, right?
Right. It's probably not a good idea. Neither is like 6 of the tanks. It's probably not going to turn out great. 6 Winstons, been there, done that. Didn't work out too well for me. We're going to see a lot of things around team strategy in this game. I mean, the game is just total core of the game is built around your characters and your composition, and switching that composition really to go against the other team, the changes from what they're doing and how they're changing their characters as well.
Right, so you're talking about counters, so for example, the Tracer's murdering your backline, you're going to want a McCree, you're going to want somebody back there to protect your healer that's just dying constantly, right?
Right. We're seeing a lot of different things like that, especially with the beta test weekend. We're seeing a lot of people getting into the game for the first time and not really knowing exactly how to go about things. They're used to FPSs where you just pick up your character and you just run with it. You're pretty much the same as everybody else. You have the same options, the same output as the other players, but it's really not the case with Overwatch. With Overwatch, it really matters who you're playing and how you're playing the game.
Right, so you shouldn't just scream foul because this one Tracer's so OP and just kills everybody. Just understand that there is counters, everything, work as a team, and you get it all done right.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely seeing a lot of that with the beta test weekend. I myself, you have a tendency to be a little bit biased when you're getting destroyed by one character or another. Just know that, we're looking at it from an objective view. We know that everything is working out well in this game so far. We're seeing a lot of counter comping and stuff like that, and there's really nothing I've seen that is broken so far in the game. Right.
I never seen so many Bastions in my life with the new players, but hey, man, it's a lot of fun, right?
It's a lot of fun to just pop down and just mow people down, but, it only works so well. You'll find out in the long run it's not going to be like that. Once the game opens up, we're going to see a lot of different stuff going on, and so maybe not so many Bastions in the future. And I think that's going to do it for us on episode 0. Thank you for listening, and if you have any feedback, we would love to hear from you. This is our first time really stepping into something like this, doing something completely different, so definitely any feedback would be appreciated.
Right. Any feedback, we'd love to hear from you guys. You can contact us at aheroeswelcomepodcast@gmail.com.
That'll do it for us.
All right, see you guys later. Till next time.